Stephen Blaine, your host with White Labs, an e-commerce marketing agency. Today's guest is Robby. Robby, feel free to let our viewers know a little bit more about yourself and your background.
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for having me. My name is Robby Herr. I'm the founder of the Empower Project and have been a career entrepreneur. I'm 33, so I've been professionally doing the startup entrepreneurship thing for 13 years now. Started when I was 20, and it's been quite the journey. So I look forward to chatting with you about it today and getting into all the details of what I do and why I do it and how it's been done.
Well, feel free to talk about your entrepreneurship journey to start us off.
Sure. Yeah. So my first venture was started at the Santa Barbara City College here, where I went to school, and it was a company called Fuelbox, and we were one of the early developers of portable power for our phones, power banks, and mobile battery packs, and different types of charging systems. I really cut my teeth in that field, learning about production and hardware development. And I'm not an engineer by trade, and so I had to work with a lot of engineers, more of a creative director and designer, inventor. Learned a lot on the go and how to raise capital and how to survive through all that in a high cost area. Has been a real journey, but sticking with it and evolving into different areas. Originally, we did like a Indiegogo campaign for our first product, and did about 80,000 in a 30-day period, and thought we were going to be good to go, but realized it cost a lot more to get to market and get through production, and ended up having to raise, over the course of several years, about $500,000 to get to market, which was a grind. And we finally did it. And then, learning all about sales and different sales channels. And, we were originally doing direct to consumer online with Amazon and through our website, but it just wasn't covering what our needs as a business. And so we started shifting into B2B and working with hotel groups and gifting companies. And that was a big learning experience all the way until we moved up the food chain a little bit, but we still weren't really making good money. So we shifted. We had the opportunity to work with the government. FEMA was funding and operate through that Verizon managed, and brought in a lot of small businesses, including ourselves, to prepare and plan for natural disasters and how to respond and repair communities that have just been hit by natural disasters or are prone to. So that was a great experience. And that was in 2017. And that was my first introduction to working with federal government and big businesses like Verizon, $100 billion plus businesses. And that was by far the most rewarding experience, because we got to do hurricane relief and send all of our battery packs down to Mexico Beach, Florida, actually, that was just ripped up by Hurricane Irma. And so when the grids are down and people are in distress, it's a great time to have backup power. And the carriers are amazing at getting the networks back online, but the power grids take a lot longer sometimes to get back up and running. So power can become a very tight challenge for folks. So that's where we first did disaster relief, and I started a few other businesses in that time frame, because I had kind of a lot of opportunity with the government to do different design improvements to equipment that military and tactical users are using with the government. So I started another business in that time frame, but I always stuck with mobile power. So through different iterations of my career development, I came to the Empower Project about a year and a half ago, and really brought in like my personal values of wanting to be helpful and like do that kind of disaster relief work. My design nerd side that just loves the high quality design and best user experience, Apple level user experience. And so I've worked really hard on designing this new product set, and the sustainability side, where once this is all said and done, we don't leave a trail of waste behind us. So that was the culmination of my career over a 10-year period to start the Empower Project. Now we are live shipping our new incredibly innovative wireless charging system. That's a two-part system, and it's MagSafe on both sides. There's wireless in and out on this battery pack. Awesome. It's made out of really sustainable materials. The dock is your kind of stationary standard stationary wireless charger, but it's weighted and has a really nice feel to it, and it's not like that obtrusive tech feel in your home. So it kind of fits aesthetically really well. We've got a couple of colors that are really organic, kind of nature driven colors. And for every one of these that we sell, we send one of these solar powered battery packs to an area that has been affected by natural disaster. So that's kind of the Tom Shoe model, and we've been working hard to get that out there. That's what I'm doing now, and it's quite the venture. And so just excited to get it out there to the world and be helpful and run a successful business doing so. That's
awesome.
Kind of
amazing,
the overview.
Amazing story, amazing journey. It's like your site's full e-commerce now, right? Are you selling, like, where are you selling now?
So yeah, you can find us at theempowerproject.com. Like that's our main store, Shopify kind of style store. We've got some Amazon listings as well, and some more kind of in the works. But right now we're actually focusing on partnering with different boutique retailers and working our way into our ideal partnership is with Verizon on the commercial wireless side, actually being in their retail stores, because I've worked with Verizon in the past on the disaster relief side. They have a crisis management team. So everybody that responds to heavy weather events that has to get the network back up are kind of the perfect partners to deploy these to their customers in the area or people in the area, because they're already out there, right? So that makes sense. And then on the sales side, they have over 2,000 stores nationwide, so, and they're already selling accessories. So it's just kind of a no-brainer for us to partner with someone like that. And so that's in the works, and I'm hopeful that we can really lock in that partnership, because that would be very meaningful for us as a small business, and that's our goal. So yeah.
Do you plan on like doing some B2C too, right?
Yeah, I mean we're online, we're direct online right now. Yeah, you can buy through theempowerproject.com. And we've haven't been the best at our funnel development and our affiliate marketing. We have an affiliate marketing program, so if any listeners are great at affiliate marketing, we have the link, and I'll include that to include in this video if you'd like. It's 20% of every sale, and it offers 20% off to the customers. So it's a great affiliate program, but we've just struggled to get really good sales folks online and really good kind of traffic and conversion metrics. So we've kind of pivoted back to more retail. I mean, I'd really love for our CAC and our ROAS to be dialed in on our online strategies, but we just haven't been able to get that equation right. And so we've spent a lot to try to get it right, and it's been quite painful.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's focus on areas that we know we can win in. And so that's kind of our current focus. But if, it sounds like your listener base specializes in that kind of stuff, and, like we have the infrastructure in our tech stack to, support that kind of activity, but we just haven't had the sales folks or the right traffic or the right kind of funnels developed to be able to convert really well. So, anybody listening, that'd be great if you can help. But that's where we're at. So
no, 100%. It's great. So who do you feel like is a target audience for this product?
So primarily people that care about a social impact and sustainability. And also really are like early tech adopters and like the highest quality user experience from a technology standpoint. So it's, because it's kind of a top of the market price point, right? It's not, these aren't the cheap Anchor battery packs on Amazon. This is something that's, made really high quality, has a purpose that it supports, and is very thoughtful in the design and sustainability side. So, people have to care about that in order to support and want to buy this kind of product. So it's really conscious purchases. This isn't your snap impulse buy kind of product. So yeah, it's generally folks on the coast. It seems to be coastal living folks that generally have higher income and higher education. But yeah, that's what we found so far.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you've mentioned a few. What are some challenges you've had in the past few years, and how did you overcome them?
Lots of challenges, as any startup founder or anybody in the startup team knows
Entrepreneur world, exactly. Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing but challenges, right? That's the job, is just overcoming challenges. So, I mean, which ones stand out to me today? I mean, the sales side is a big one, right? Like, if you make a great product and have a great offering that kind of checks all the boxes on the, kind of feature standpoint, on the purpose standpoint, on the sustainability side, you think that the customers are just going to like run in, and start just kind of flowing in, but that's never the case. No matter how good your product is, like, you still have to work really hard to sell it almost always. And so I haven't had that experience where it's just like taken off like bananas. It's always a lot of hard work behind the scenes to get sales to convert. So I think that's a big one right now. And I think being super flexible and not being married to any type of creative or married to any type of, well, this is why people should buy it. Being super flexible on following the data and trying to improve based on like real feedback instead of just your own bias. So I think that's a big one. And yeah, working with really good people, I think, is a super key aspect to it, to doing well or getting by or surviving, right? Like if you're not with the right team, you're going to have a hard time persisting and persevering over the challenges that are never ending. So those 100%. Are big ones that stand out right now.
What are some successful activities you've done to promote the Empower project?
So we've got some interesting partnerships. Direct Relief has been a partner of ours. They're a nonprofit that distributes primarily medical goods around the world, in the billions every year. And so they were a partner of ours, and these partnerships and development with Verizon are pretty exciting, because they're such a great partner to have, and we're moving that ball downfield, and I'm pretty optimistic about that. But yeah, like, I'm with this particular venture, it's still early stages, so there's not like a ton of standout successes to mention, aside from getting a product all the way through production, which is a challenge in itself. Getting from a design stage to all the way to mass production. I mean, that's a big accomplishment. Patents pending, and having a 2-way wireless battery pack is something that no one's done yet. So it's that's pretty cool, pretty good accomplishment. Hopefully the distribution side starts really kicking off here, and maybe we'll have to do another round in 6 months or so, and we'll see where we're at.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
What is some advice you could give aspiring entrepreneurs looking to enter the tech industry?
I mean, I think this applies to any industry, but you just have to absolutely believe in yourself no matter what. I think that's the number one piece of advice I can give anybody is like, the self-doubt will creep in, and other people will try to impress upon you their doubts. But you have to just continue to believe in yourself and persist and move forward. I mean, that's it. Like, that's the key attribute of being an entrepreneur is believing in yourself and continuing to move forward, because it's against all odds. So, that's absolute, that you need that belief, and believe yourself. If you're struggling with that, get the support you need before you try to jump into the entrepreneurship world, because it's constant rejection and doubts and challenges, and that's tough. So that's key. And find yourself good people to work with. Those two things are paramount.
100%. Speaking of moving forward, what is your future plan?
So my goal is to support every kind of natural disaster and really challenging crisis situation possible, the same way that Jose Andres does it, feeding people with World Central Kitchen. That's like my plan is to be that level of support with the power and the portable power that folks need when grids are down and times are really challenging. That's kind of the driving mission. And then on the product side, I'd really like to stand out as like the James Dyson of this portable battery category, charging. Like, James Dyson made vacuuming fun and like an enjoyable experience. I'd like to do that for charging, where it's actually an enjoyable experience, where the magnets feel good, the product feels good, it looks good, you feel good using it because you're supporting a good cause. And so it's like you're all around just having a warm fuzzy about this charger, versus your just Apple white cable, or your little to be that standout kind of Dyson of our cat.
Yeah. All right, Robby, is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you want our listeners to know about the Empower product or any of your other product you have?
No, I'd say if anybody wants to partner with us on the affiliate side, or if they have a retail business they'd like to sell our kind of products in, or be a supporter. If any of y'all are in disaster prone areas and want to be part of our Operation Empower the People, we'll send these to you to hand out to your community. You know, just to take, as long as y'all will capture the content and creative around handing those out. We're doing a grassroots effort to deploy these products out to those areas as well. So that's an opportunity. Feel free to reach out to us. You can find us at theempowerproject.com or at the Empower Project Global on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all those. So yeah, hit us up, and hope to work with some of y'all. And thanks for listening. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, Robby. Thank you for your time.
All right, man.